Okay, so I bought a Reunion Island extra large Cafe Diablo coffee with half full body roast coffee in it, okay? Now, they say full body for a reason, and I admit this is a full body cup of coffee, but you will notice something very wrong with the picture here, okay? That in buying this paper cup with a plastic lid, I have given in again to the coffee vendor, okay? Now, it wasn't good enough that they sold coffee in general. I had to buy the most expensive and strongest coffee that they had. Why? Because I have become a slave to the coffee vendor, okay? Now, I made a pact, okay? I bought it. I bought the Hamilton Beach Coffee Brewer, okay? But this week, for the first time in 2 months, I ran out of coffee, okay? I'm dehydrated from the coffee, that's why I'm so hot, okay? I ran out of coffee, and I had to become a slave to the coffee vendor 3 times, okay? 3 times is 3 times too many, okay? Because in one 12-cup pot of coffee cost me 5 cents, and this cup of coffee cost me $2.43. This is Canadian prices, by the way. This pot, see the difference? This is like 50 some odd pots of coffee for the price of this one, okay? Now, do you see the problem here? Okay, I want a full body roast, okay? But you have to consider the work and tension that goes into this, okay? Like, why don't I just buy a friggin' tree? Then I'll have the full body bean, okay? I can grip it in my hand and understand the labor that goes into this cup of coffee. Because if I paid $2.43 for a full body roast Cafe Diablo, I better be ready to take it. I need to accept the fact that I made a mistake, okay? Now, I have enough money on me to buy a full pot of coffee, okay? Now, I need to get out there and buy that full body roast can and make amends, okay? Because coffee drinkers out there, everywhere, understand the fact that I gave in to the coffee vendor, and the full body roast, as much as it is worth it, the tension and the stress that goes into creating this cup is nothing compared to the tension and stress that I myself can save from filling up this pot with my own coffee inside of this filter. This filter is the key with the scoop, okay? I have in my possession the power to make an infinite supply of this same coffee for a fraction of the price. Why am I refusing it? Because I've become a slave to the name and the stylish cup. It's like a status symbol. I carry it around with me and I feel special, but why? Okay? Why can't I just empty out the cup when I'm done and reuse it? I don't know. Maybe I've drank so much coffee that my brain is saying, nutmeg, it's messing with your head. You've drank too much coffee, Graham. What the freak is wrong with you? Why? Why do you let yourself become a slave to the coffee vendor? I spent $70 on my coffee maker machine. You don't have to spend that. You go to a Walmart or a Zellers or something, you can find this same type of coffee maker for like 20 bucks. $20 down, and you're saving yourself so much money in the long run, so you do not become a slave to the coffee vendor. Do not become a slave, okay? Starbucks, Tim Hortons, Reunion Island, they're all the same. They're all trying to take your money. Because the damn coffee vendor wants one thing. He wants your coin, okay? Now what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to let the coffee vendor take away what you could rightfully do? What you could rightfully do? Because I empty my pockets out of change and I'm broke from buying coffee from the coffee vendor. But this one toonie could be 40 pots of coffee, or it could be this one cup. What am I going to do? Why am I choosing to succumb to the coffee vendor? I'm like an idiot. I'm like one of those monkeys in an exhibit, and they're going to poke and say, why did he do that? He had all the reasons not to, but no, it's like his dork syndrome is acting up or something. He can't comprehend the fact that the coffee vendor is enslaving him. Okay? He's taking all his money and he's just emptying it out. Cards aren't even useful anymore because the coffee vendor has it all. That's why. Don't become a slave to the coffee vendor. Don't let the fact that the vendor knows. He's a specialist. He knows the percentage and ratio of cream to sugar to put in to make this coffee perfect. And for the black coffee drinkers, he's one step ahead of you because he knows that when the black coffee bubbles up to the circumference of the lid of the cup, he knows how to stop it, and you don't. Or so you think you don't, but you do, because it's very simple. But he tries to act like he has some supernatural power over you to make him better than you. Don't give in to the coffee vendor, okay? Don't give up your toonie, or if you're in America, the $1 bill times 2. Don't give it up. Do not give it up to the coffee vendor. He doesn't control you. You do, okay? You need to understand this now because the coffee vendors, like every other vendor, he's trying to steal your coin. And if you let him do it now, they're going to do it for the rest of your life, okay? Do you understand?